All right, welcome back. This is a Vice story, and it's got some adult content in it. And let me tell you, okay, again, on most of my stories, okay, on I'm sorry, real good, at realcopstoriesvideos.com, there's 98% of these stories are what I did, okay, and the other 2% or so, I'm not on numbers, is what someone told me or I was part of it, okay, and this is one of those. I heard this I saw some of the parties involved, and one of the guys that told me the story was one of my old partners from the academy, in fact. Okay, so we're working Vice on loan to Hollywood. I've been on the job maybe 7 years. Okay, and I hadn't seen this guy since then from the academy. So we get there and there's a briefing. Well, usually the lieutenant welcomes we had like 6 of us helping them. He invites the new people. I've been there before, and but he wasn't there. It was just a couple of sergeants. Okay, so all right, so there's a bunch of us in there. So we're gonna attack prostitutes and stuff that night. But this isn't part of the story about prostitutes. This is about supervision, okay? Pranks. A lot of pranks in my cop stories, okay? A lot of pranks, okay? Ducks in lockers, dead cats in cars, firecrackers blowing up on people's faces, all kinds of stuff, okay? Another one is a guy, ashes in a car, and it covered the guy because he was an a-hole. A detective covered him in ashes. Okay, look those up. They're all in there, okay? Anyway, apparently a month ago, they got a new lieutenant, and you have all kinds of supervisors. And a lot of the supervisors, unfortunately, want to promote, and some of them feel they can promote on the heads and the shoulders of the subordinates, us. Write people up. It looks good to the captain that I'm being tough, even though it's chicken crap that they're doing this, and that's how some of these guys think they can promote. The real way to promote is do your job the right way, pass the exam, take a good oral, and promote. But you don't start stepping on the troops. And this is what he did. I heard this from my classmate. We're sitting there the first night out, we're having dinner, and I say, hey, why come we didn't have a lieutenant? Oh, we got a new lieutenant coming in. This guy's gone. The other guy's gone. What happened? Here's what he did. He was writing a lot of bad paper on officers. And I mean writing bad paper is not necessarily disciplinary item that should be written on paper. You should go choose somebody out or tell them you shouldn't do this. He wrote on paper, and it goes into the personnel package. Now, if you have a personnel package and you go for a promotion, they're going to open up that package. And then you have to explain, why was your car parked the wrong way? Why did you... Oh, come on. I mean, really, this should have been handled, if you're a good supervisor, it should be handled at a lower level. Chew them out. In fact, if you're a lieutenant, have your sergeant chew them out. That's how you do that. Chain of command. I was in the Marine Corps, I was in this department. That's how you do it. You don't write paper on guys because you pretty much ruin their chances of promotion because you have to ride that thing out. Okay, so he was doing that a lot. Well, these are all Vice cops. A little different. Patrol guys. Okay, a little rogue. I should say a little rogue, a lot rogue. And back to what I said before, we all take psychological exams to come on this department. We all pass. They check us off. Even plain. Exposed to all this stuff, including supervisors, you start doing this, okay? And you have your low points and you have your high points. Well, they got tired of it. Meaning day was probably a dozen, I think it was like 15 Vice cops working this unit along with about 4 supervisors. A big unit. So this is what they did. He said, my partner, they went to several newsstands, and this is in Hollywood, in West Hollywood. Huge newsstands. They're probably, 100 feet long, with every magazine you can think of. And they have an alternate lifestyle section, okay? Magazines of gays, lesbians, bondage, you name it, they got these magazines, okay? And, the First Amendment says you can sell these things, as long as they don't show anything graphic, and they're not, they're behind a little slot, like this. Okay, so these guys went there. Now, how many times have you got a magazine? Time, Newsweek, Sports Illustrated. You open the damn thing up and it's in your mail, and all these little cards fall out because they want you to get more magazines, okay? So what they did there, here you can see it coming. They went to each magazine, looked around, didn't buy the magazine, opened it up and found one of those little cards and took one, okay? From each one, like maybe 20 magazines. Gay, lesbian, hardcore, bondage, you name it, they got those little cards to get a subscription. And what they do? They went off to some little dark area and they wrote down this lieutenant's name, home address, home phone number, okay? I want a subscription, okay? And sent it off, okay? Then he went to some of the local bathrooms and wrote his home phone number on the bathroom walls, okay? Now, I don't know what this is really a crime, except maybe them writing vandalism on the walls. What do you call it? Okay, it could be workplace harassment. It could be all that good stuff. Okay, well, you're not going to get anybody for that. Okay, so apparently after a couple of weeks, he was getting phone calls from gay magazines and Out magazine. I don't follow these things, but all kind. I mean, bombarded. Here they come. Okay. And sure, of course, he brings it to work, and he's telling his supervisors, which is that, this and that. Well, he said a couple of supervisors actually thought it was pretty funny. They thought that you're messing with the troops. And he had messed with a couple of supervisors, so they didn't think too much of him either. Remember, these guys are on their way up. They want to knock everybody out of the way so they can promote. Well, a sergeant's not a threat to you. He's below you. Okay? You should be competing with other lieutenants. Anyway. So this happened for 2 or 3 weeks. He was getting magazines and phone calls. Gay guys were calling him. Again, I have no problem getting gay, homo, or hetero. I don't care. But this is what they did. Okay, the guy straight arrows. It looked like Dennis the Menace. He had glasses, crew cut, So he couldn't take it anymore. He went down to the chief's office and said, I have lost my support of my command. The people are not supporting me. And he told the chief what had happened. And I guess I don't know what happened there, but they transferred him immediately because he didn't have the support of his people. Okay, and that's very rare. Usually they'll just have him stick it out and they'll try to find out who did it. Well, they knew, I knew, my partner knew, we all knew they're not going to find out who did it. Okay, no one's, and even though they got lectured by the supervisors not to do this sort of thing, they know what everybody had done. They're all the guys are going, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, because my partner told me what they did was, there was like 8 of them involved in this, 8 officers. They made each officer, everybody voluntarily, write one part of his name. Like, you write his first name. You write his, so we're all involved here, okay? So that we don't have some guy standing on the side go, well, I didn't want to do it. No, you write the zip code. That way everybody knows what we're doing here, okay? We're all together. We fail together, or we succeed together. I thought that was pretty good. That's pretty ingenious. He goes, yeah, I wasn't taking this by I said, I wasn't the one to start it, but I just said, you know what? If we're all hate this guy, then we're all going to fall together. Nobody fell. Again, like I told you, we don't leave fingerprints when we do pranks. We don't leave names. We don't leave a trail. We're cops, okay? It's only a prank. We're not committing a robbery at a bank. This is just against a supervisor, a lot of these, okay? But, hey, that's what happened. So he left and brought in another guy, apparently a really nice guy. I saw him like 5 months later when I came back to this assignment. Tremendous guy. I probably was told by command, hey, look, man, you got a problem out here, and if you just take care of the troops. I'm sure the sergeant said, we're fine here. You don't have to find any problems. The problems will come up, but don't look for problems. Don't look for problems. They're not here. Anyway, so that was pretty good. I thought that was very ingenious how he did that, making each guy write a part of that postcard. That's pretty good. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that one, and we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.